Hello. In a continuation with my previous lecture on the historical aspects of the Constitution of India, now we shall discuss the preamble of the Constitution of India. When we speak of a preamble serves different purposes. Like it speaks of the objectives of the Constitution, the essence of the Constitution, sometimes source of the Constitution. Scholars call it as a key to open the minds of the Constitution. And often it is perceived as the quintessence of the Constitution. Say if you take 396 articles of the constitutions with the schedules, it's a big constitution. If you closely observe the preamble, which runs a few lines, it encompasses the whole thing. The whole thing is that it's capsule. It's a kind of capsule. Next, whether this preamble is a part of the constitution, earlier the view was, no, it is not a part of the constitution. The constitution starts with Article 1. But Supreme Court has clarified this. Preamble is a part of the constitution. How does it help? Look, suppose if two provisions of the constitution they are creating a problem of interpretation, then the Supreme Court may resolve the problem by taking into consideration or by reading the preamble. The preamble may become the source for interpretation also. It has happened. Of course, I don't want to get into the case laws on this aspect. I would like to submit two things. One, preamble is a part of the Constitution, no doubt. Number two, nothing prevents the courts in taking assistance of the preamble to interpret the other provisions of the Constitution in case of a conflict, when it warrants clarity. Then, if you come to the different words as well as structure of the preamble, it starts with "We the people of India." Look the beauty. There it is not said "we the citizens of India." Here it says "we the people of India." It has got lot of significance. And according to the scholars, political pundits, it is where actually you find the power, the main source of power. We the people and the people ultimately, they organize the sovereignty at the back of the Constitution. Suppose if one asks, where do you find the sovereignty? Sovereignty always lies with the people in any democracy. But practically it is not possible to treat each and every citizen, each and every person as a sovereign. There, symbolically, we treat Constitution as the sovereign, and this is symbolic representation of sovereignty. It speaks on behalf of the people. Anyway, we the people of India, having resolved, etc., 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 5 important concepts like what that you want. We wanted to ensure, we wanted to secure the following things. What are they? Sovereign. I think in previous class I could throw some light on this. Sovereign, social, secular, democratic republic. Here 2 things we need to remember. One, when the Constitution was drafted and adopted, say in 1950, in its original form, the word secular was not there. Socialist, it was not there. These 2 are later incorporations through 42nd Amendment. I think it's 1976. Yes, 1976. It was Mrs. Indira Gandhi, the Prime Minister of India. During her period, these 2 concepts got included into the preamble. Well, Sovereign, yes, we are independent authority. India is an independent authority, not governed by any other foreign force. That's the beauty. India is a member of Commonwealth countries. Normally we say, earlier they used to call that British Commonwealth, accepted the symbolic authority of the crown. To my knowledge, even today, Canada and Australia in particular, they accept crown as the sovereign head authority. Of course, symbolically. But in India, though we are a member of the Commonwealth, we have not accepted Queen as our sovereign authority. Yes, if you go by the principle, all Commonwealth countries have accepted the symbolic superiority of the crown. Of course, it's a legal issue. To what extent the Queen can enjoy this sovereign authority? It is a legal issue. Let me not enter into it. I want to make one point very clear. Today, Queen is not the sovereign authority, is not the ultimate authority so far as India is concerned, despite the fact that India is a member of Commonwealth. Yes, in 1950 itself, having our constitution adopted, being a republic country, we are a sovereign country, and our president is the chief, he is the head of the state. He represents the sovereignty of India. Next, if you come to next issue, it is a democratic country. What kind of democracy it is? Democracy, simple words, refers to people's rule. People's rule mean, look, here the people of India have got not only just a right to franchise, they do have a right to take part in governance. So we look at it as participatory democracy. Look, there are different kinds of democracies, different values of democracies. Political scientists look them, they interpret them beautifully, like representative democracy, then participatory democracy, then political democracy, social democracy, economic democracy. Fine. I bring all these things together and put them under the umbrella of constitutional democracy. Just I would like to make few comments on this. Number one, right from day one, we have accepted universal adult suffrage. Look, America, when it got its constitution adopted, it did not give equal right to women. It's a history. You may remember that great lady who fought for that. When she was imprisoned, she was asked to repent for that. She said, "No, I am rather ready to go to the prison, suffer the punishment, than giving up my battle." Yes, it's a long history. But India, if you look at it right from day one, we have recognized this right. Perfect. Irrespective of a caste, race, region, religion, gender. The person now today who has attained the age of 18 can take part. This is one way. Of course, they exercise their sovereign power through that. Then when we come to the other part of it, in this democracy, it's not just right to vote. They can contest. We have seen histories before us. Illiterate persons have become chief ministers. Persons with no educational background, they have become, the top persons in the government. Yes, this is the beauty of democracy. The beauty of democracy. It is participatory democracy. But I want to put it constitutional democracy for the reason All these democratic principles or democracy principles shall act under the constitution. For example, I give a hypothetical, very hypothetical situation like this. Suppose the democracy says majority of one shall rule. They go for a decision, some decision. The majority of people they say, no, let us give away with this reservation policy. No longer this reservation policy is required. Can we accept it? Constitution will not allow you to do that. That is why we call that, the people cannot do the things whatever they want in the name of democracy. It's a guided democracy. When we say guided democracy, again I tell you, we should not use the word limited democracy. There is a difference between limited democracy and guided democracy. I wish to put it as a guided democracy in the sense the democracy is guided by the constitutional values. Constitution is the supreme, Constitution is the sovereign, Constitution is the ultimate authority. That is why we call this constitutional democracy.